Hello viewers, welcome to this edition of snsr360 Investor. Today we're going to take a look at canceling masters and their aggregate stock lists. So this fits within our 360-degree framework, cutting across trader and equities. And the topic is masters lists. Disclaimer, please pause, read, and continue. Thank you. So without much further ado, topic is master. So just got a few graphics here, but the idea is that over here, these are different journeymen learning their craft, and once they kind of graduate, they become the master craftsman. And so when you get to the master craftsman stage, you kind of put your time in, learn your tool, you learn the trade, you have the tools, the tricks of the trade and all that kind of stuff. And so basically taking a leaf out of the crowdsourcing concept. So if you get a whole bunch of masters together and start collectively looking at what they're looking across their different viewpoints, then you get to a better selection of stocks. So that's kind of the idea, and that's what the whole premise of the simulation community and snsr360 is all about. Okay, so I'm going to now switch over to the charting tool, and we will take a look at what stocks appear. Okay, so now we've switched over to our charting tool, so we can take a look at what stocks are making the aggregate list. And so this is a combination of many different masters and their key scans that they've developed over the years. So we're collecting these going back to 2010. So these are some of these are well-known public figures, proven canceling masters that along the way I've built some relationship at some time or another with. So I'm not going to comment or do a lot of analysis, but I did want to. The purpose of this is to basically introduce you to the types of stocks that these folks are looking at, and some of their criteria is a little bit wider than others. Some are narrow, a little bit narrower, so they get less stocks passing through. But collectively, it's interesting to see what that group as a unit could be looking at. And key thing for you to just to focus on the basics of the chart pattern. Is it lower left, upper right, and is it in a base? So let's run down this first one, Carnival Corp. So FTAI Aviation. So this is kind of just an illustration. This is kind of the pattern that you really want to look at. You got a strong established uptrend. You have a base here, and you can see this breakout out of that base, and pretty much from close to the pivot point, won't be accurate to the penny. Stock has not given up a sell signal here, so it's up 152%, and so that's just an illustration of what can be achieved. Moving on down, Royal Caribbean. So this one's a bit of a mess. It's a turnaround. Make my trip. Nice little. So this is Norwegian Cruise. A little bit different pattern to Royal Caribbean. So choppy. Transmedics. HIMS. Stepstone Group. Lantheus Holdings. So this chart's a bit messy. Energy. So this one you can see you got an uptrend, and this one's in a base. So that's what you're looking for. Find the 1/7 basis. Nice little uptrend. It's in a base. Better. Teams choppy, and this is not a good pattern at this stage. Alphabet. Palantir. Plovin in the base. Grupo Finance looks like it's consolidating. This one's kind of in a base formation, cup and handle type of pattern going on there. New holdings, GoDaddy, YPF Sociedad, oil and gas that's in the base. Eli Lilly, which is obviously in a nice, beautiful uptrend here, but it's given opportunities along the way. There's a base here, close another little base here, and you got another little base here, and it's just moved out of all of those bases. Blueprint Medicines, not so good. Data Dog, kind of a turnaround, but a little volatile. So this one a little bit cleaner in a base. Double bottom actions died there. Booz Allen trending up, but it's had some consolidations and bases along the way already. CyberArk, that's clearly in a base. Century in a base. So Zscaler, this one the base might be a little on the deep side. Yeah, it's kind of there, right? It's close to the parameters, so under around 35%, 40%, it's doable. So it looks like it's putting in a bottom of the base formation. Elf, which is in a base. Crowd is coming out of a base. Root, this is obviously a turnaround. You can see a bottoming, and then big sideways consolidation here, and then a big breakout. And now it's pulling back into a consolidation, probably making left side of a base. FMC Technologies, it's basing. Carver has come out and following through. NVIDIA, which everybody knows, came out with its base over here. And it's already moved up. Good 20%. So this one, Palo Alto, again, I'm working on the right hand side, work on the right hand side of its base. Apollo Assets moving up. And we've got Giga Cloud that was doing well. So this is kind of IPO. And you can see its highs were over here. Bottomed out, made a little base here. And since then, it had a nice follow through. Now it's kind of, we can see the beginnings of what looks like a double bottom formation. So if it comes down a tad more, undercuts over here, and then we've got some markers and can look at some entry points. So it's now spacing, consolidating, booking, moving up. Allstate, it's also on the left side of its basing. THC, it's out of a base. Frontline, basing, left side. This is Berkshire Hathaway is in consolidation. Primal Water looks like it had quite a move up this week. Dash looks like it's in base. Mara looks like it's some kind of consolidation. Chart's a bit choppy though. Monday, it's a bit of a volatile chart, but overall trend is up. Urban Edge, messy chart, although the base looks constructive. Blackstone is in a consolidation after having bottomed out. The trade desk, so this one a little volatile in the sense of it has big weekly moves where we can see downtrend, And clearly, this was like an earnings breakout. Instant from here, it's actually moved up pretty smartly. Bluebird, which makes those engines, I believe. AMSC. LPG. So this one's made this consolidation, and now it's kind of either going to make a base next to this base. So a little work underway there. CLS, Celestica. So this is a nice looking chart. We can see a couple of stops along the way, a little base here, another little flattish base up here. Abercrombie. So again, these are the charts that you want to look out for. So you got a nice little breakout here. Around 33-ish. Actually, it's probably lower than that, but from there, the stock has made quite a move. It actually moved about 278% before it decided this base here and continued up. So now sideways digestion. But the earlier you can catch these new base builds, you can see then you can capture the lion's share of the move. And so that brings us up to about 57 out of the 100 in this list today. So we'll take it up to 60. Duolingo. So this is a recent IPO. It's moving up. Again, it's a bit choppy, so managing to your stop losses will be difficult on this one. Guidewire Solutions, reasonable uptrend. It's already broken out of the base. We can see that over here. And we've got, oops, going the wrong way. Progressive, which is a big stock. And we can see it was in a nice uptrend. Had quite a lengthy base, big old breakout over here. And approximately from that breakout, the stock is up as of the close today. It's up about 38%. So definitely lots of opportunities, lots of stocks. I'm not going to go through the full 100. I'd stick you through 60. And this is just the first cut. So normally what you'd want to do is take this and look at opportunities to see which ones are in basis, just like we did. Okay, so that's a look at 60 out of the 100 stocks out of the list this week. And that's about 80% of this the screens from the masters. And in future videos, I may just expand that to the full list, and we'll take a look at say 50 from the list on a weekly basis. So if you have access to investors.com and their service, you can access their CanSlim pre-screened, predefined lists. But that's a computer generated screen with certain criteria. These lists that these stocks are going through various lists from various CanSlim masters, and they have taken the original lists and supplemented them with their experience and findings and education from IBD's workshops, and so the quality of this list is going to be higher than just a first cut computer generated list. So something for you to do as homework. Okay, so that wraps up this video for this week. Hopefully you found it enjoyable, and if nothing else, you saw 60 stocks, and several of them are good uptrends. Quite a few of them were also in basis, which gives you an opportunity to study them, pick out you buy pivot points, and then if you like, and if you get that far, maybe some of them will find their way into your portfolios. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.